Approaches to measuring GDP. GDP versus GDP per capita. GDP is the total value of goods and services produced within a country, whereas GDP per capita is focused more on the economic output per an individual person. The main difference between the two is that GDP per capita highlights the standard of living and prosperity of individuals in a certain area, and GDP is an overall production measure, which is more broad. The equation for how to calculate GDP per capita is GDP divided by the population. High GDP per capita shows a high standard of living, but as you can see on the map, it is also population sensitive. That being said, in locations such as certain parts of Africa on the map, their GDP per capita is higher than some might think. This is due to the fact that there are less people in this location, which can increase the GDP per capita, whereas GDP would just show the actual production of a certain area. This bar graph shows the total amount each country has concerning GDP per capita, and as you can see, the United States is in first ranking because even though there is still a lot of individuals, the standard of living is very high. Again, it talks about the difference between GDP and GDP per capita, where GDP is the total final goods and services produced within a country, whereas GDP per capita measures the GDP among each individual in the population of the country.